fancy giving us a lift?
Is there not a bus due? Besides, as you well know, my darling, I would rather saw my own head off than sit in a confined area with any woman discussing weddings, yourself included. Sorry.
Don't be so miserable. Where's your sense of romance?
I'm still searching for it, but I'll let you know.
You don't have to come over all world-weary and blasé with me, pet. I know what lurks beneath.
Morning. You're up early?
I never sleep.
I'll bet. Listen, this PA job you've got going, I assume you're looking for charming, intelligent, good with people?
Red hair, not shy.
Exactly. I was wondering if it'd be worth me putting in for it.
Send us your CV.
I'll get straight on it.
Debbie! Andy, you still have gone, will you?
You all right? He's gone.
I thought he was coming in here then.
I told him he had to go up to Lisa's, so you might be a bit late.
So, you don't have to hurry up if you don't want.
I can handle Dad's, just. But you've got to go to school and I've got to work. So come on, let's get going, eh?
Am I doing something wrong?
We're both doing something wrong.
Where's my bacon butty?
Should I know?
You're the one who says you'd pop into Calf and get one.
Damn, I'm sorry, Danny. I'm miles away lately, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you might as well be for the time you've been putting in here.
Huh?
I reckon I'm due a pay rise.
Yeah, well, I can't argue with that, I suppose. Mind you, you could try not spending it on persuading young ladies to get their gear off, eh?
Morning.
Morning. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, a drink had a lot to play in that.
Yeah, look, if you want to get some breakfast, you pop off for half an hour. I'll get things going here.
Yeah, but, you know, I'd like to discuss this pay rise first.
Hey, am I missing something?
Yeah, your chance.
Here. Call it £50 for this week, eh?
Right, well,
Formal negotiations when I'm in a better mood, eh, Danny?
You're not well at the moment, are you?
I have been better.
Don't go over the top now, Debbie, will you? Let's just hope she transfers her affections at the usual schoolgirl speed. Well, I try and figure out if that was an insult or not. You'll be pleased to know she already has. Or at least I hope she has. I don't know, some equally hormonal sixth former. News. Although it's going to make my report on you to the bishop a lot less exciting. Not even vaguely amusing. You may well be about to get the offer of your own parish. The bishop wants to know if you're ready. You gonna let him know if I am or not? Let's just say I think you're ready for a fresh start. So don't worry. This is so I pay for the teas, isn't it? I can't be bribed. But you're welcome to try.
You're the first guy I've seen who doesn't leave packing till half an hour before he leaves.
Well, I normally would. I've got to go home earlier, haven't I?
I take it home obviously isn't here.
Well, Colleen's going this afternoon, so I have to look after the kids till weekend.
When did she spring this on you?
Just now. Some last-minute thing that her and Sadie have worked out.
So what they're doing? Changing the flights or what?
They're going to London first. I don't know, do I?
Carl, you may not live in our house anymore, but you're definitely still under a thumb.
I don't know what you're mad about. You're loaded. You're not bad looking for your age.
Money's not the issue.
Why do rich people always say that?
I might have slipped up over this whole Val thing.
Slipped up? Fell in more like.
Yeah, up to my neck and still sinking.
I think it's time for some drastic action, don't you?
Yeah. It's beginning to look that way.
Rodney, did you dress him this morning? Look at that shirt.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking it off. You can forget that.
Oh, you're so rigid. Louise wants this wine organised as soon as you're ready, and I have been assigned to sort you out. How much fun is that?
It's still up at the vineyard.
Well, you better get going then. Danny will mind your tat, won't you?
Yeah, go on. You'll be safe. It'll do you good. An outing.
I'll go and see what Marlon's doing with these orders.
How's she been today?
Oh, I think she's probably conscious of not overdoing the pre-wedding excitement.
Listen, I know we talked about not having a proper sit-down do and that, but
still want it to be special if we can manage it.
Oh, well, we can lay on whatever you want, Jack.
We don't have to go mad.
Just a little bit mad?
Yeah. Forget the money. I mean, it's hardly important, is it, in the circumstances? Just make sure she doesn't get wind of it and save the rows till after the marriage.
Well, you leave it to me. I'll get the boys straight on it.
What are you two plotting now?
Well, I was just trying to persuade Louise to look after the bar while I kidnapped you to come into Houghton with me and Victoria to pick up a dress.
I'm too busy, Jack. Just make sure it fits and I'll come and look at it after.
May I join you?
Oh, yes, love, yes. Come on, sit down.
Oh, thank
As
you.
long as you don't mind watching me eat. When it gets here.
It's on its way.
How come you're on your own?
Oh, Pearl's in a flap about the house being clean when the parole officer comes. Oh, I'm up here out the way.
Just listen to what he has to say. I mean, nothing has to be decided straight away.
Oh, I will do. Otherwise it'll be decided for me. And I'm not going to have that.
I'm sure you don't need me, really, but I'm having such a good time getting on your nerves.
Amazing how much you seem to take after your mother.
Better dress sense, I like to think. Still, while it's all lads together, why don't you tell me all about your plans to make an honest woman of her? Or will that thought annoy you even more?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, why don't you tell me all about your expertise in the wine trade instead? Thankfully, the only thing we have in common.
Well, there's not much to tell. We do all our own. Enzo nips up to Tuscany once a year with a wagon, comes back with the grapes. Sangiovese mostly, with a bit of Pinot Noir chucked in.
Yeah?
We stick it all in the old cellar, and there you go. We do about 20,000 bottles a year.
Ooh, I'm impressed.
We do all right. There's a bit more to it than that, obviously. Mostly it's just hard graft. That's, you know, when we're not swanning about.
It must have taken quite a bit of bottle, I suppose, excuse the pun, to get it all off the ground.
I'm a bit of a gambler, although I'm not quite sure where I get that from.
Well, it seems to be working out for you so far.
Rodnino, you've got to go for it. So back to my original question. La Mama.
I thought I'd managed to avoid it.
Wrong. None of us is getting any younger, you know. Especially you. Andiamo.
You got kitted out then?
Tell Diane what you told me. Go on. You had enough to say in the car coming back.
Come on, let's see it.
I don't want to go.
How do you mean?
She's decided, now we've trailed all over Houghton and spent a fortune on her, that she doesn't want to come to the wedding.
Who's going to look after me?
I just don't want to come.
I've had this since we've been out.
Go upstairs and try your dress on. I'll come and have a look in a minute. Go on, I won't be long. Don't be mad with her, Jack. Her faith in weddings has been tested a bit lately, you must admit.
Well, it's bad enough as it is. It starts off with just Andy not coming, and now it's a full-scale conspiracy.
Oh, don't be so daft. Anyway, she's probably the only one with the right idea. All this money and messing about.
Don't you start as well.
To be honest, I'm beginning to think there's no point myself. I mean, look at us. What's the most ridiculous thing you can think of to do under the circumstances? Honestly, Jack. 'Cause we're doing it.
You don't mean that.
Maybe I'm just getting a bit of what Victoria's got. Sense.
Oh, it's all falling into place. Wine courtesy of Rodney, food a la Marlon, balloons by Bob. What more do you want, eh?
I'm doing it instead of talking about it. She'll be back in a minute.
Oh, ciao, Mama. Sure you got enough bags there?
I used to think that people that gave their money to cats' homes and the such like were mad. I'm beginning to see the sense in it now.
I see you two are getting on like a house on fire.
We're staying in to watch Kaja fall later, aren't we, Rod?
I object to all that sentence, especially Rod.
I don't suppose you're ready for your private viewing of the wedding outfit. You'd be pleased to know I spent nearly as much on what goes underneath.
Ugh, common as milk.
Shut up, your face.
Why do I suddenly feel the need to go and have a lie down?
Excelente.
Alone in a darkened room with 2 large aspirin.
She looks lovely. But she's taken it off and she's folding it up. We've left things open.
What about us? Where did we just leave things?
Jack, if we can't be honest with each other, what have we got? Even if I get as far as the church, who'd want to take me on the state amen?
Not me, for one. It's only you being so strong that's getting me through it in the first place. Don't stop now.
I've read the leaflets on all this, Jack. Even best case scenario, it's going to be a mess. Why put you through it as well?
People who love one another are entitled to celebrate it, whatever the circumstances.
All right, so we get the wedding. What's the good of that if there isn't a marriage after it?
You know, I might get knocked down by a bus, but I'd still love you. Doesn't stop me from leaving the house.
At least you've got the choice. I haven't. The damn bus has already hit me. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I know I'm being stupid, but... honestly, is it worth the hassle?
Can I go play out?
Can't believe he's saying all this.
Wait till I tell everybody how beautiful you look in that dress. They're not going to believe me unless they see you in it, are they?
Mineral water. Be grand. Thanks, Louise.
All right.
How are you?
All right, thanks. You?
Tipping away, you know. How are things at the farm?
How do you mean?
Actually, I'm glad I caught you. Been meaning to ask you for a while. Harvest Festival is coming up. Might have to impose on your goodwill as the nearest farmer.
You assuming I've got any?
Foundation of my job.
Well, I'm sure it's something we can come up with between us. You know where I am.
Louise, listen. We really want to make this do a proper one, you know. Go for it big style.
Dan's going to kill us for going up the top, but we don't care, do we?
Yeah, receptions are us. We're going mad.
Thanks for helping us out there, guys. What do you think about me doing a turn at Diane's party?
Depends what you got in mind.
Well, sadly, there's no chef in the village people love, so it'll just be me.
Ah, could have got me Bobby's helmet out.
Yeah, just as long as you can keep it clean.
I shall be a model of restraint. I'm thinking the understated, sparkly fuchsia number.
What's going on?
Impromptu staff meeting.
There's folk need serving this side. How'd you get behind there?
Natural habitat, mi dispiace.
Pretty much nerves. We're immune to it.
Gotta be, haven't we?
What are you doing back at this time?
If I'd only been that pleased, I'd have come back sooner.
Well, I meant, you're supposed to be still at school, aren't you?
I like double games. They sent me on a little run round the playing fields, like I'm going to do that.
I can't. I've got to go back out.
Yeah, so have I in a bit.
Wow, what's happening?
I'm looking after Noel for my mum, but I can get out of it if you'd rather we stayed in.
I don't know. What will your mum think?
She'll think whatever I tell her.
Maybe it's best if we just, you know, stay like normal as possible. Not try and do anything different.
Like what?
Well, not make anything obvious.
Oh, sorry, I was just... You're going somewhere?
I thought I'd better come and find you.
Well, I was kind of thinking the same thing myself.
Where's Victoria?
Oh, she's at her mate's, trying to come to terms with their wedding phobia.
These things need thinking about.
So I'm told.
I didn't want to leave it all up in the air like that.
Listen, I want to be with you regardless of what happens or for however long it lasts. That doctor said the more you fight, the better chance you've got. God knows you're plenty worth fighting for.
You don't have to tell me that.
Yeah, but with the wedding, though, any decision's got to come from you. I mean, I'll do what you want. You know what I want.
Do I get more time to think?
You can have whatever time you like.
I think I need it.
Make sure you put yourself first, though, whatever you decide. I won't start loving you any less. You know that.
Jack? You all right?
Yeah, not bad.
Off anywhere special? No, you're going for a walk. I'll leave you to it then.
Perhaps might see you later on. Huh. Not that I expect anything more than rude, but I can only assume that he thinks we're plotting about Frank Bernard.
Hey, happen to be even less happy if he knew he might be coming to live here.
He might not be the only one.
Right, I'm going.
Right, what time will you get back?
You sure that bothered?
Don't be daft. Come here.
I saw your mates on the bus. Do you reckon you can get suspended for wagging it again?
Like you can talk, you're never there.
It's no big deal. I'll write her a note from Kane.
Right, how far you when I'm coming back?
What's up with her?
I don't know. She's a girl, isn't she?
Do you think she's fit?
Daz?
Trying to go before I came back, were you?
I was just going to drop my bag in the car. The kids are having their tea at Colleen's mother's.
She's got it all planned out for you, hasn't she?
Look, I've told you before, this is about the kids, it's not about us. Stop trying to make things worse all the time.
So I'm the villain now, am I?
No, but you keep trying to be a martyr. Come on.
You off then? We're just trying to work a couple of things out. Don't mind me.
You look after her while I'm away, won't you?
My cooking's never poisoned anybody yet. Yet?
It's not for long.
Yeah, but it's too long for me. Carl, you can say what you like, but I'm glad we've got a big bed, because as far as I'm concerned, Colleen's still in there between us.
Daz. Just turn it off a minute, will you? Look, there's no point me lying to you. You deserve more than that, especially what happened with Katie and Rob.
You're going out with someone, aren't you? Like, I can tell, because it's like talking to all those cows lately. You're miles away.
It's Debbie.
You what? You and her? You dirty get. Look, you said she's only a kid. She's miles too young for you.
Yeah, Daz, just calm down, will you? Please.
Are you doing it?
Well, that's part of it, yeah.
Oh, you dirty get.
Diane? Not exactly going to cheer yourself up here, are you?
You're always assuming you know what I need more than I do.
I think you could confront mortality on, well, more neutral ground, let's say.
I've just told Jack I think the wedding's a bad idea.
I'm not sure Tricia would agree with you.
I've seen what she's left behind her. How it affects people. It's almost like if leaving's gonna hurt this much, you're better off not getting too close to begin with. Tricia couldn't help what happened, but I can.
Oh, look. That's the stupidest argument I've ever heard. Come here.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I'd be dead.
Hey, let's have no more of that either.
It's Bernice and Jack, mostly.
It's not gonna happen.
I wish... It's as if I think... I don't know... If I could stop Jack loving me, I would.
What makes you think that he's the only one who's in love with you?
You're not kidding, are you?
I can't help how I feel. I can't keep lying about it either.
You only ever told me you loved me when you were due for running off.
Not this time.
Pity.
Thanks.
this time you either run off or live with it. Because nothing's going to change.
No, not for me, no. But knowing how I feel about you might change something in you, if not now, sometime. At least they had each other, Marlon and Tricia, however short a time. At least they had that.
I'm marrying Jack.
I don't need reminding.
No. But you do need reminding that while you're telling me this, you're stabbing my sister in the back. Again.
I hope you're not asking him for advice.
Don't you think we're all old enough to make our own decisions?
I've made mine.
Why is it you can't help being where Diane is, and I'm not?
I was just passing.
And now you're just going.